Okay, in this tutorial, I will show you how to make a map in ArcGIS Pro. Before we do that, let's finish the step 6 on page, which page? Page 10, raster to vector conversion. All right, so again, so you have 4 classes, and for my case, I have just only 3 cases. To finish the conversion, we need to find the right function, raster to polygon. All right, that's the first one. Input raster will be this one. All right, input raster, and because vector layer has an attribute table, so the values for each pixel, right? The value for each pixel will be saved in the corresponding attribute table in the new polygon layer feature class. Right? What will be the name? So I say polygon. So ICLU where you see underscore poly. Right. I click around. You can check or uncheck simply by polygons, but so no big impacts for our course assignment. So there may be impacts for your real project, but let's just skip it. Click on run. So it may take a few seconds for you to see the result. Okay, so now, so all the polygons are being shown as one class. That's the reason we see just one color, right? So it's not just like what we did for the raster layer. We need to assign colors to different polygons, symbology, and unique colors. Because one color for one color for one land use. Right, the field should be grid code. Right, field should be grid code. Now we should just like we did, assign blue color to water, type brownish color to build up or developed, and green color to vegetation. Right, so let's do it. Let's do it. And not color here because color here does not show boundaries. Say like this one. Right, it shows boundaries, and so for one of course built up. We can click select one color. It says pink, but it's brownish color. But we can make adjustment later on. Right, and go back and green vegetation. Right, so the color is too bright, right? So we can definitely dull it. Here, right click on it and pick up color. You can select here or choose our own colors. Just pick. Right, this will be better. Even for this one, right. So this color may be a little lighter. Yeah. So this one or this one, or you create your own color as pinkish, reddish, dark reddish color will be fine for developed. So after we are done with that, then we can move to the next step to create a map layout. So here, the map here does not necessarily mean a map. We'll talk about normally a map should include a title, a legend, a scale bar, and some other map components, right? So in this case, we need to insert a layout. So that's how we do maps in ArcGIS Pro. New layout. And because the area has east-west, west-east extension, we'll select ANSI landscape ladder, right? Ladder. And then before we add the map frame, we need to add some guides, right? So, so that the map can be well positioned in this blank template, right? So that's in so inches, right? So we add one guide here, right click, add a guide. Just 1/4 of an inch to the water. I add a guide here, and so 1/2 inch. Guide, add a guide, 1/2 inch. It's here, the guide. And where's the center? 11, that's 5.5. So it's somewhere, guide is somewhere here. Guide, and it's 8.5, right? So it's 4.25. Center should be here. Guide, right? That's the center. Then it will be easier for us to align the map frame and the map components. Next, we will need to insert a map frame. Right? So layout is it is like something like a paper, right? Now we want to insert the corresponding map. Of course, we can include one map frame if we only want to include one map there, but we may have some maps. Like say, if you want to create a land use map from 2 dates, 4 dates, then we insert 4 map frames. Each map frame indicate a land use land cover from 1 date, right? In this case, just one map. And also, when we include the map frame here, we have to remember that there should be a map title, right? Because for this map, the background is land use land cover, so it's better in many cases to have the map title just not being placed on top of the map, instead just outside the map frame, right? So it means we can draw a rectangle like this one. Similarly, we can place the similarly we can place the scale bar somewhere here, right? We can place the scale bar somewhere here. Okay, so now you see here, we cannot adjust or adjust the location of the map within its map frame. So let's do it later. And if you place, I will show you how to resize the map frame, right? Place it on one of the squares. And yeah, so we need to have some more space for the title, right? We have some space for scale bar, and the legend can be placed on top, and maybe some other annotation, like say the map producer's name. Map producer's name. Okay, so then next, we need to adjust this special extent of the map. Right, so activate it. And then we are able to zoom in, zoom out, right? Zoom in, zoom out. It's here. That's the scale, right? We can change it too. So as I'm changing to 200,000. 200,000. Okay, so we can zoom in a little bit further. As long as we include the majority of the area in the map, that'd be fine. 19 or 180. Right, so that's one way for us to do it, and as long as we see on Sioux, Ontario, right? As long as we see Sioux, Ontario, and the map. Okay, so if we are done with it, we want to go to layout, close activation so that we don't shift the map within the map frame, right? So for now, we are working on this map frame. We're not working on the map component, Right? And so where are we now? You insert a legend. Okay. Right. With the map frame being selected, then we should be able to insert. Now insert scale bar legend, right? So insert a legend, just select the legend 1 and click and drag there. You see, there are many items being included. Oh, okay. Okay, what I forgot to do is that, okay, we need it in the map. We forgot to do add label there, right? The 1 is water. Right, and 2, 0 is water, 1 is developed, and 2 is vegetation. Then we come back here and insert the legend. Insert the legend. Right, and right, it's because we have checked the reference point layer and this layer, and so some of other layers name are being included there. So what we'll do, we have to clean the legend, perhaps relocate it at the bottom here. It's easier to read, right? What we can do, right click on it and select convert to graphics. Right, so now we see the legend here, the title. The legend title is not needed. We know it's legend. We can just click on it and delete, hit the delete key. Other, right? So that one is not needed. We can delete it. How about this one? Okay. How about this one? It's one item. We have to right click on it and ungroup them. Ungroup them. Right click on it. SULU poly, what does that mean? Right? We don't need it. Greek code, we don't need it. Right? So we just need this stuff. And right click on it. Okay. Patch 6, water, patch 5, patch 3. Select all of them. Right click, group them together. Not yet. Not yet. Right? So we can do that's it. Okay. It's weird. Ungroup them. Right? Ungroup them. Now it's better. Right? So because there are some other component here which we don't want. Right? Which we don't want. You may not see them. Okay. So now we may want to zoom in slightly so that we can see them. Right? And the font sizes for this maybe a little bit too small. Right? We can highlight, click on it, select it, and push your Control key, and click on developed, click on vegetation, and right, select them, make the font size a little bit bigger. Properties, text symbol. Right, 6, yeah, maybe small. We may want to change to 8. We can change it later on, click on apply. later on. No, the box is too small. Manually relocate them. We may want to make them bigger later on, slightly bigger. Right. And right, the water. Water. Okay. Developed. Vegetation. I want to zoom in further so that right, we can also use the arrow keys. Yeah, so align very well here and up order print to back so that I can select this one, right? Vegetation and the same way, or order make it print to back, so that we can see it. Vegetation. Right. Select all of them. Right click, distribute horizontally, centers. Control Z and distribute horizontally. Yeah, so now the distance is kind of equal, right? And so if you are okay with it, perhaps we want to move a bit of space there. A little bit of space there. Right. Click and hold your mouse and select them, or select all of them in the contents there. Right click here and group. Now they are one, right? And then you can move to a location that you like. Right? So that's for the legend. That's for the legend. That's for legend. And next, you want to insert a text, a title, right? You want to insert text title. It's straightforward. Insert a text. Yeah. Drag something there. You can always make changes later on, right? It's text. What I tell you this about the title, copy paste from the instruction. Now use line cover in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, year 2023. Right, year 2023. And the text symbol, the size, we can try. Right, so try 20 and the boldface, and then apply. Okay, so they're big. We cannot see them now. right? Make it centered, make it centered. And we may want to move the whole thing down slightly, right? And we may want to make the whole thing a bit narrowed. That's okay, as long as we include the Lesotho and Ontario there. All right, so that's about it. That's about it. And you may think maybe it's too big. Right, so just do experiments and pick a font size that's good for you. Right? Or you can choose a different font type. Many of font types will work. Yeah, will work. Other than those, except those decorative font types won't work. Yeah, majority of font size will work. Okay, will work. Right, so the 18 seems a little bit better, but you can test and make it even smaller to change to 17, 16 to see if it's good. Because we want to make sure the font size of the title is big enough, but also we don't want to make sure we don't want to make the title, the size of title is too big, right? So 16, 18 perhaps is good. The next component you want to add is the scale bar, right? Insert scale bar, scale line 1 metric. Yeah, let's place this color, right? This color, and click on design. You tell what you do, but you can change adjust width, how many divisions you want, and perhaps 0 subdivisions, division value 4 or 3. Let's make 4. All right. 4. Okay, so there's something more to change. All right, kilometers after labels, and change it to km. All right, change to km. Enter. All right, enter. And okay, and you see the animated panes that's relevant to. Okay, make sure it is selected. It is selected, and then click on, and you'll notice that we can change all the settings here too. Right, click on properties, divisions, subdivisions. We change to 0. Right, change to 0. Change to 0, and the font size, because for legend, the font size is okay, 8. We may want to change it to A2. All right, we want to change to A2 so that yeah, it matches. And we may want to even consider make them bigger, and so it's your job to do it. Okay, zoom in here. We see the 2 is dangling there, right? 2 is dangling there. What we want to do, we want to delete it. Right? And right click on it, convert to graphics. Graphics, now you see different units. And for the labels there, we want to ungroup them. Push the Control key, highlight one, and push Control key to select all of them. Right click and ungroup. Right, text 1, text 3, text 3, text 2, text 1. Okay, text 1, we don't want it. Just either hit the delete key or right click and delete. Right, and now what we want to do, select all of them and the right click and the group. Right, and group. Yeah, so that's what we want to do. And there's some blank there. You may want to insert another textbook, like cartographer, whatever, blah, 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 your name or your group name there. Okay, your group name there. And after you're done with it, I think, yeah, you can click on share and export layout, right? Export layout and start from there. You can just click on any. I click on any and select export a JPEG file, and yeah, go to your folder. Not what I'm showing here. So this is for another course folder, and quality is compression 300 dpi. That's fine. That's fine. And the export. After you export it, then you will get a chance to open it in your browser and think. Is not export good for you, right? So the things, make sure that you have Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario been showing at the center, close to the center of the map. For one, you have included in a scale bar and legend. I think, yeah, the gap for here and here is not equal. So in that case, you will have to fine tune it manually by yourself, and you may want to, if you don't want to include further map components, what you can do, and you can perhaps locate your legend here, right? And relocate legend somewhere here. So make them balanced. They're it's not symmetrical, but they're balanced. One thing in the left and one other thing at the right, at the right portion. Okay, so that's the tutorial for this section. Okay, and after you finish this one, so you have finished all the lab assignments for this class. Congratulations, and these by finishing all these assignments, to give you the chance to go through all the steps for remote sensing project, starting from downloading, search for data, download the data, right? And of course, before you do that, you have to design your project, right? And then do the classification, accuracy assessment, and then the final product or present your remote sensing project to the audience. Okay, so that's the end of all the tutorials.